So, alright y'all, welcome to Chris. Today we're going to be discussing the Amber Guyger sentencing. We're going to be discussing Joker critic reviews versus the audience. And lastly, we're going to be discussing Snoop Dogg and what happened in Kansas over the weekend. So the talk of the week is, of course, have been Amber Guyger's sentencing. If you don't know who Amber Guyger is, she was a Dallas police officer that went into the random home of a neighbor, thought it was her home, saw a black man was in her house, pulled out her gun, shot him. And this happened on September 6, 2018. Her trial started this week. She was deemed guilty this week after a whole week-long trial of her asking for forgiveness. She was sexting one of her fellow co-workers at the time as well. Guyger was a 4-year vet when she killed Botham Jean. He was eating a bowl of ice cream at the time watching television, and Amber Guyger deemed him a threat and shot him. Now let me ask you, when you're sitting on a TV, eating some ice cream, watching it, do you really look like a threat? Because you don't look like a threat to me. But either way, she shot him. There was witnesses, they testified. She was supposed to get anywhere from 5 to 99 years, you know, the life sentencing. Me, this is in Texas. She's white, he's black. I'm like, even if she gets charged, maybe that's a good thing. So it turns out she got 10 years. And we all know 10 years isn't really 10 years because with good behavior, you can get off in 3 to 5 years and be on supervision for a few years or have an ankle bracelet or in-house supervision. Either way, they find ways to lower that sentencing. So is this really a win? You know, a person's life was taken. Take Hay, I did a video on him around a month or two ago. He got 55 years. And Tay K is a 16-year-old when he killed this person. Amber is a full-grown woman. She knows what she was doing. She did that, and she's only getting 10, and Tay K gets 55 years. And keep in mind, this is in the same state. So yeah, I'm just trying to put it in perspective because when you were 16 versus when Amber was like 30 when she did the shooting, let's compare your brains then. At 16, you're doing a bunch of dumb shit. You're trying to do shit for attention. At 30, you a full grown-ass person. You know the decisions you make. You know there's consequences for your actions. So this person gets 55 years of their lives taken, but this person is only going to get 10, but probably 3 to 5 and then get off. So now before I go in a little bit deeper on that situation, there's more to this Amber Guyger story. So after the court sentencing, I'm never going to be the person that questions how someone mourns their lost one because they lost their brother. Botham's brother ended up hugging her. I'm going to show you the clip.
Can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes.
If that's what it takes for him to get peace and move on from the situation, power to him, but he's definitely a better man than me because I couldn't do something like that. But that's not the issue I'm talking about. Now I'm talking about this clip here. Why is this judge hugging her and giving her a Bible? When me or you up for trial and we get sentencing, do we get a hug? Do we get a Bible? Do we get all this? No. So the judge gives her a hug and a Bible. I've never seen this happen in the court. I've been, alive for a long time. So she gets this special treatment. The Jean family lawyer says this is a win for Black America, but when I give you this little more information. So over the weekend, Joshua Brown, a neighbor who testified in that trial, was killed in a drive-by. Now, we had that performer video with the Jeffrey Epstein. People were claiming it was a suicide. And I'm sure this guy just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time after going against a cop, and he miraculously was shot. But this is a slap in the face. This is them to me saying, if you're going to testify against us, there's going to be repercussions. In reality, is this really a win for Black America when there's 2 black men now that aren't going to be able to come home now? She's only going to get 10 years, which in reality is going to be 3 to 5. She gets a hug from the judge. She gets a Bible. We don't get none of this. We get more harsh sentencings. We get the maximum sentences on stuff. So is Black America really getting a victory from this? I say this is a shallow victory if it is, but I don't even really call this a victory because now nothing's gonna happen for Joshua's circumstance. They're gonna just deem it a random drive-by. No one's gonna get charged. It's gonna just be brushed by. Amber's gonna be slid out and get through, and like I said, 3 to 5, and no one's even gonna talk about it. This is just a system that we live in. It's set up for them to win, not for us to win. And you just gotta accept that at some point. Hopefully, for our generation, we can make it better, but this shit sucks, man. The worst part about this situation is if Botham was the cop and if Amber was the random victim, we know it wouldn't be 10 years getting it. It would be the maximum sentence, so what can you do at the end of the day? So Joker released over the weekend finally, to much fanfare. There was so much, hype and all that they had cops in the theaters because, previously in some of those Batman movies there was a shooting and Joker incites, evilness, so power to them for that. Nothing happened over the weekend. I'm not reporting over that. What I'm here to talk about is the continued divide between critics and audience. So, back in the day, critic review used to be very important. If people said this movie wasn't going to be good, people weren't going to go watch it. But now, I'm at that point in 2019, if a critic reviews something negatively, I might actually want to check it out now because they're more times than likely wrong. So critics gave Joker a 69%, and the audience score gave it a 91%. And everyone I've talked to, whether it was, people that I know, whether it was on Twitter, whether it was everything, word of mouth that we all see through social media. Everyone loved Joker. They said Joaquin Phoenix deserved an Oscar for his performance. Me personally, I'm going to see it on Tuesday, but if I was a person that was so influenced by critics' scores, I wouldn't go out and see it. They're always they have their own agendas now. They're finding ways to be offended. One thing, like I said, I didn't want to be spoiled by the movie, so I didn't go too deep into him, but one of them was offended that he got rejected by a woman, so now he's going to turn to this, and they're talking about this is going to incite women hating and all this more. It's just, if you're going to a Joker movie and you're looking for those aspects, why are you going to a Joker movie? These people, like I said, they go out of the ways to find things to be offended about. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't trust critic scores anymore. Trust yourself. If you want to go see that movie, just go see it. Maybe have some close friends that give you the what to do, but I wouldn't trust critic scores because you remember on my other video with the Dave Chappelle stand-up, critics gave it a 0, the audience gave it a 99%. How big of a divide can it truly be? It's only going to get better. I just remember back in the day when critic scores used to actually mean something and they were actually good. Now they're not. Okay, so lastly, Kansas, Midwest, they're not known for hip hop or anything like that. But basketball starting, Kansas Jayhawks are good. They're ready to get their preseason tip-off started. They hire a halftime show, and their halftime show is Snoop Dogg. But I'm gonna show you this clip real quick. So as you can see on the clip, there's strippers or pole, dancing. But this is the type of stuff you expect when Snoop Dogg is the person you hired to perform. So Kansas sent out an apology. They were saying they wanted to be more family oriented. This is not what they expected. But when you hire someone to perform, don't they usually do a runaround of what they're gonna do before it? You guys didn't do that. And my other issue is, this is Snoop fucking Dogg, the same guy that talks about partying, smoking weed, all other shit for how many years now? And you're gonna get him and you thought it's supposed to be a family setting? Let's just be real. The only reason you're doing backlash is because some people complain and you're trying to act like, oh, we weren't a part of it. But we all know damn well you were okay with it until people were outraged. And that's my other issue. Everyone gets outraged by everything. If you really wanted the PG show, you would have hired Carrie Underwood, Taylor Swift, whoever does that country and all that stuff to do that performance. You wouldn't hire Snoop Dogg if you really were trying to do a PG. So stick to your guns and stop this. Do something now and apologize later. It's just the culture we're really in now, and I hope this doesn't go on for the rest of my life because this shit draining. I can't do this forever, so let's hope this is a phase and we get past this. But as of now, everyone's a critic, everyone's canceling, and everyone's offended. What can we really do in America? I would hate to be a comedian. I hate to be a comedian. I hate to be an artist. It's just like anything. Like, whatever you do, you offend someone. So this is what I want to talk about this week mostly. Let me know in the comments section. All right, do you think Joshua Brown was killed on purpose, or do you think it was a coincidence? Also, do you think Amber Guyger is going to get off in 3 to 5, or do you think she's actually going to serve her full 10? If you've seen The Joker, did you think it was really good, or do you agree with the critics? Or do you agree with the audience score of 91%? Because me personally, like I said, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow on Tuesday. I'm recording this Monday. I'll even leave what I think about it in my comment section. My sister said she enjoyed it, and me and her have the same taste. So if she liked it, I already know I'm gonna like it. But this is all I really want to talk about this week. It wasn't huge as far as big news outside of the Amber Guyger. That's why we talked on other topics. But, you know, I gotta keep you guys updated. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. This Chris, I'm out this motherfucker.